What's up, world of YouTube? So, the former prince, as he's left the royal family now because he wanted privacy, but won't stop doing paid interviews, has proven to be one of the biggest hypocrites of all time. Now, what we're going to do now is just have a quick look at a video that he did when he was first leaving the royal family, and we're going to compare that to what he's saying now. So, first of all, I'm just going to play the video of when he was first deciding to leave.
I can only imagine what you may have heard or perhaps read over the past few weeks. So, I want you to hear the truth from me, as much as I can share, not as a prince or a duke, but as Harry, the same person that many of you have watched grow up over the last 35 years, but now with a clearer perspective. The UK is my home, and a place that I love. That will never change. I've grown up feeling supported from so many of you, and I watched as you welcomed Meghan with open arms, as you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. Finally, the second son of Diana got hitched. Hooray. I also know that you've come to know me well enough over all these years to trust that the woman I chose as my wife upholds the same values as I do. And she does. And she's the same woman I fell in love with. We both do everything we can to fly the flag and carry out our roles for this country with pride. Once Meghan and I were married, we were excited, we were hopeful, and we were here to serve. For those reasons, it brings me great sadness that it has come to this. The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option. What I want to make clear is we're not walking away, and we certainly aren't walking away from you. Our hope was to continue serving the Queen, the Commonwealth and my military associations, but without public funding. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible. I've accepted this, knowing that it doesn't change who I am or how committed I am. But I hope that helps you understand what it had come to, that I would step my family back from all I have ever known, to take a step forward into what I hope can be a more peaceful life. I was born into this life, and it is a great honour to serve my country and the Queen. When I lost my mum 23 years ago, you took me under your wing. You looked out for me for so long, but the media is a powerful force. And my hope is one day our collective support for each other can be more powerful, because this is so much bigger than just us. It has been our privilege to serve you, and we will continue to lead a life of service. So in that respect, nothing changes. It has also been a privilege to meet so many of you and to feel your excitement for our son Archie, who saw snow for the first time the other day and thought it was bloody brilliant. I will always have the utmost respect for my grandmother, my commander-in-chief, and I am incredibly grateful to her and the rest of my family for the support they have shown Meghan and I over the last few months. I will continue to be the same man who holds his country dear and dedicates his life to supporting the causes, charities and military communities that are so important to me. Together, you have given me an education about living, and this role has taught me more about what is right and just than I could ever have imagined. We are taking a leap of faith, so thank you for giving me the courage to take this next step.
So that's what he said then. He will always support the UK. He loves the UK. The UK's always going to be in his heart. What's he saying now?
I felt completely helpless. I thought my family would help, but every single ask, request, warning, whatever it is, just got met with total silence or total neglect.
You mentioned earlier, Harry, that you were hurt by the fact that there's been no acknowledgement on the part of your family that this was different because of race. Do you think there ever will be? And would that make a difference to you?
Yeah, I mean, it would make a huge difference. You know, as I said, there's a lot of people that have seen it for what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Like, it's talked about across the world. Yet, the very people that don't want to see it or can't see it.
Did you leave the country because of racism?
It was a large part of it. I remember that the Centre Bali fundraiser.
Yes.
One of the people at that dinner said to me, "Please don't do this with the media. They will destroy your life." This person is friends with a lot of the editors and like that. And I said, "Sorry, just elaborate. What do you mean by that?" Obviously, I knew. But he said, "You need to understand that the UK is very bigoted." And I stopped him. I said, "The UK is not bigoted. The UK press is bigoted, specifically the tabloids. Is that what you mean?" He goes, "No, the UK is bigoted." And I said, I completely disagree. But unfortunately, if the source of information is inherently corrupt or racist or biased, then that filters out to the rest of society. That announcement that we put out on the 8th of January in 2020, the contents of that was put into a letter to the institution, to my father, which was then shared at the end of December while we were in Canada. And to then get back on the 6th, after my grandmother had said, "The moment you land, come up to..."
We asked if we could go up to see her.
Come up to Sandringham. We'd love to have a chat. Come for tea. And why don't you stay for dinner? Because it's going to be a long drive and you're going to be exhausted.
She even said stay the night.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
I'd love that.
Yeah.
The moment we landed in the UK, I got a message from my private secretary, Fiona, at the time.
Private secretary is sort of like a CEO role in the institution.
Cutting and pasting a message from the Queen's private secretary, basically saying, "Please pass on to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex that he cannot come to Norfolk. The Queen is busy. She's busy all week."
After she just invited you?
Yeah.
Just invited me. "The Queen's busy. She's busy all week. Do not come up here." Okay, so I rang her from Frogmore that night and said, "I was thinking about coming anyway, but I hear you're now busy." And she said, "Yes, there's something in my diary that I didn't know that I had." And I said, "Well, what about the rest of the week?" She goes, "Well, that's busy now as well." Okay, I didn't want to push because I kind of knew what was going on. And then later that night...
But doesn't the Queen get to do, doesn't the Queen get to do what the Queen wants to do?
No, when you're head of the firm, there is people around you that give you advice.
Okay.
And what has also made me really sad is some of that advice has been really bad.
As you've just seen there. Now, he's saying that the UK is racist and he left the UK because we're racist. And the royal family is racist. What a complete and utter hypocrite. My opinion, stay in America, Britain don't want you anymore, and Meghan is just treating you as a cash cow. Remember when this guy was growing up, he was having a party lifestyle, having different women, dressing up in Nazi uniforms, but now he's a woke idiot, in my opinion. Again, this is just my opinion. What do you think about this? Leave your comments below. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Let's debate this.